What's going on, family? This is Inspired to be Great, and I am your host, Ron Miles. Listen, family, today we're going to be talking about why not you? Why isn't it you that's the prosperous one? Why isn't it you that's moving forward in life? Why isn't it you that's changing your family's zip codes? Why isn't it you that's elevating to the new status on your job? Why isn't it you that haven't started the new business? Why isn't you that hasn't changed the pattern of your family life? Listen, why isn't it you? What's stopping you? Is it your past? Is it a current situation that you're in that's keeping you from not being able to move forward the way you would like? Is it the fact that you may be a procrastinator, so you put things off? Is it the fact that you allow fear to cripple you and paralyze you to the point where you make excuses why you haven't made certain moves in life yet? I mean, let's be honest. Let's get down to the real nitty gritty of things. I mean, because if we just become honest with ourselves, we'll understand that it comes back to us in most cases. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some outstanding circumstances that could possibly happen in your life that is keeping you from being able to move forward the way you like. But the majority of the time, the majority of the reasons, it comes back onto you. Nobody else. You are the one that's stopping you. You are the one that's keeping you from moving in the direction that you want to go in. It's a reason why you keep bringing up excuses. It's a reason why you keep allowing yourself to run in the same circle, hang with the same people, and be caught up in the same mess each and every time. And then you wonder, why is it me? Why does drama follow me? But then you're the first person to say, I don't like drama. I don't want drama. I'm trying to live drama free. Well, if you're trying to live drama free, then you need to figure out who you're around. Don't get me wrong. Life is going to happen. Things are going to happen. We all go through different situations, and we all have our up and down moments. And the key word is moments. I don't like saying days. Why? Because you shouldn't have down days, because down days leads to down weeks leads to down months leads to missed years of your life. It's okay to be down sometimes. It's okay to find moments where life just feels like it's on top of you. You can't breathe. It may feel like it's suffocating you at times to where you just can't do the things you want to. And that's okay, because that's a part of life. That's another trial. That's another challenge. That's something else for you to hurdle yourself over to become better. And that's the goal. Each day is to evolve, is to learn from past mistakes, learn from each day, and figure out how can you do it better? How can you become more efficient? You have to be your hardest critic. You can't let somebody else do it. But also, you have to be the one to put yourself in position to be able to be criticized or be critical of yourself. And how do you do that? You do that by surrounding yourself with people who are out for your good. Who are people who are willing and ready to sacrifice what they have more, which is mainly their time, to invest in you to make sure you're okay, that you're on the right path, and that you're headed towards success. As statistics show, you become the 5 people you hang around most. So if those 5 people are procrastinators, liars, gamblers, neighborhood people who don't want more out of life than what's being offered to them, people who like living off the government. If these are the people you hang around, you pick up traits for all of them and you become part of them. That's just how it is. It's just how statistics show. Why? Because, that's just like they talk about murder rates and stuff, and how it's black on black crime, white on white crime. It boils down to who's in your vicinity, because who you live around is who may make you upset, which means who you may have an issue with, which means it may rise to a physical altercation. Same with how you grow yourself in business and in life. Who you're around, who you allow to influence you, is going to determine how your mind and how you're going to perceive each situation. As I tell people all the time, I personally look for the good in each situation. Why? Because I believe there's a learning experience in everything I go through, whether it be good or bad. There's a learning experience. There's another chance for me to, even if I felt like something went absolutely great, I sit back and I look over and I say, well, what could I have done better to tweak it? Because it was somebody who may not have liked it. It was somebody who may not have got gotten or grasped what I was trying to put out there. It was somebody who may not have picked up on the concepts or the nuggets that I was trying to leave. No, will you make everybody happy? Of course not. Will you be able to satisfy everybody? No. And I'm not saying that you're here to be a people pleaser. That's not what I'm saying, family. What I am saying, though, if you are a businessman or woman and you have a product or service that you want to get out there, you have to make sure that it's acceptable for the people who are willing to spend money with you. Like I say, people don't mind paying a price if they feel like they're getting value. But if they feel like they're getting cheated, they won't deal with you. But back to the original question. So why not you? Why haven't you been the one in your family to break the mold? Why does it look like if I look at you, your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, everybody's lives pretty much look the same? It's usually one or two outliers. Somebody became a big wig at a firm, or somebody may have decided to be a teacher or a police officer, fireman, or something like that. But how many people in your family are actual business owners, entrepreneurs? How many people in your family actually have a DUNS number that's reporting to Duns and Bradstreet? How many people have business accounts, checking, saving, expenses? See, these are the things that we want to get to. We want to change these things. Why? Because you have a legacy to leave, and you want your legacy to speak volumes about you. As I was asked at the ripe age of 19, I was asked to write what would I want my obituary to say about me. And that was one of the hardest things I had to write. Why? Because I'm 19. I'm young. I got my life ahead of me. I'm just getting out of school, heading off, in college or whatever. I'm not thinking about writing my obituary. But of course, you study, you think, what do you want it to say? And the goal, as I began to write, it started to speak to me, actually, about the legacy I want to live. And it got me into the phrase where my life is my career, not a job, not a certain action that I may do or perform, not an entertainment segment, but my life becomes my career. My life is my legacy. It's what I'm going to leave. It's what people are going to remember me by. So I have to take precious hold of this cargo. I have to understand that I am here meant to do something. So I'm asking you, why haven't you tapped into your gifts? Why haven't you written that book? You love writing. You could sit outside and look at a tree and just draw inspiration and want to write poetry. Why haven't you written that poetry? Why haven't you done spoken words yet? What's keeping you from doing it? What fear is grabbing and holding on to you that's stopping you from operating as your best self? What's doing it? Those are the things that we need to tap into. See, it's our mindset and how we see things and how we perceive and think things that keeps us, that cripples us, or that propels us into the next life, or into our best life, shall I say. As I heard it said before, it takes commitment and courage, then capability, then confidence. See, most people is waiting on the confidence. Most people are waiting for that somebody to reassure them that what they're doing is correct. Sometimes you won't have nobody around to reassure you. They just won't be there. Why? Because everybody won't see your vision. Everybody won't understand it the way you understand it. Everybody won't feel it or grasp it the way you feel it. So you have to be willing to go a little further. You have to be willing to push yourself to different levels, different heights. You have to be willing to view yourself better than anybody else will view you. And that's just being honest with you, family. That's just giving you the real life, that it's up to you. Not everybody is meant to ride in the same car with you. Why? Because you can't carry dead weight everywhere. It end up killing you. You end up injured. You end up broke, busted, and disgusted trying to carry around somebody else to see your vision. The vision was meant for you. You use it. You use that as your driving force. You use that to keep you going. You use that to keep the motivation, to keep the wheels burning. Use your vision. Tap into your gift. What song haven't you written? What beat haven't you produced? What movie haven't you put together yet? As they say, you can go to the graveyard and find some of the most talented, gifted people. You can find some of the best of the best in the graveyard. Because most of them took their talents, their gifts that they had to offer to the world, and they died with them. Don't let your gifts die with you. Don't let your talents die with you. Because your gifts, as the Bible says, will make room for you. Your gifts will open up doors, put you before kings and queens. Your gift will put you before those who make the rules. And then they will bend them to work according to your favor. Listen, family, I'm not here to try to preach to you or anything of that nature. Your beliefs are your beliefs. I have nothing against anybody's belief. This is a free country. We're able and allowed to believe in what we want to believe, and that's your right. But what I am saying to you, family, is that you have to believe in something, rather it be yourself or rather it be a higher power. You have to have the belief. Because like I said, it takes the commitment. You have to be committed to the road that you're getting ready to travel. You have to be committed to the vision, to the goal that you have set before yourself. You have to be committed to the gifts that you have inside of you that somebody is waiting to hear. Believe me, somebody is willing to pay you for your gifts, pay you for your time, pay you for your knowledge. There's somebody there that's already willing and waiting. You have to be willing to tap into it. You have to be willing and committed to stay on the path, because as you stay on the path, you will build courage. The more courage you build, the more you start to understand how capable you are of delivering on what you have. And once you deliver it, that's when the confidence comes. I realized that in my own life, that it took for me to actually stay committed to something, to build up courage while being committed. Don't get me wrong. I got nervous and scared about a bunch of things, but I had to stay committed. I had to build up the courage while staying committed to it. Then I understood that I am capable of achieving this. And then the confidence soared right after. See, 9 times out of 10, you won't have the confidence right up front. Why? Because it's something new. It's something different. Yeah, you'll be willing. You'll be excited to do it. But there's always going to be a part of you that's a little shaky. Why? Because you're still developing. You're still cultivating their gifts. You're still nourishing them. Only to become better each and every time. So family, why not you? Why can't you be that one? And why can't you go back and grab somebody else and tell them you're going to do something as well? Like I say in just about every podcast, family, you need a mentor and a mentee. Somebody that you're holding accountable that's pulling you up, but somebody that's holding you accountable that you're pulling with you. You always need that in your life. Why? Because it's going to keep you grounded. It's going to let you know that you have to keep growing. You have to keep learning things. The goal, like I said, each and day is to become better. We are inspiring to become great. We don't want to be mediocre. We want to live in a mediocre world. We don't want to, as Dr. Miles Monroe used to say, meander in the mediocrity of life. You wasn't here just to be average. You're not here just to dwell amongst people. You're here to guide, to show, to instruct, lead. You know, sometimes I've heard where people say people are born leaders. That's not true. I've come to learn that myself. Everybody has a leading capability or a leader capability within them. It's just up to them to decide if they want to actually embrace the role or will they shy away from the role. To be a leader, you have to learn. Like I say, you're not a leader by position. Just because you're the boss doesn't make you a good leader. You could be the boss, and you may have became the boss because of your relationship with a person. That doesn't make you a good leader. That doesn't even make you qualified to be able to do the job. It just means you have the position. A leader is somebody who earns the respect of people, who gets people to follow them because they respect them and they believe that they're going to take them in the right direction. But a leader, most of all, duplicates who they are and shows people how to duplicate it as well. A real leader makes other leaders, helps instill confidence in others, show others the way of how to get out, how to do certain things, how to build certain things. So if you're an entertainer, entertain. If you're somebody who's big up on law, then go out and become a judge. Become a lawyer. If that's what, matter of fact, start your own lawyer practice. The goal is to show you and to encourage you to become an entrepreneur, to get out of the 9-to-5 rat race. Listen, family, my hope and prayer is that you just embrace who you are. Don't be ashamed of it. Why? Because you are uniquely and wonderfully made. As I say to everybody, do not be a cheap copy of a great original. It's somebody else who done ran that lane. Yes, can you pick up characteristics? Yes, can you model certain things and learn from them? Of course you can. But that person is who that person is. There will never be another one like them. There will be a lot of cheap copies, but see, you are a great original of who you are, and there's nobody else like you. Yes, it may be other people who are doing things that's similar to you, but there's nobody doing it like you because of who you are. There's nobody putting that imprint on it, their fingerprint on it, their stamp, their seal of approval on it like you can do it. If you're a chef, start a restaurant. You may have to start small out of your own house. You may have to get a little rinky-dinky shack or something, but start. The goal is to take action, stay committed, build courage, understand that you're capable, and exude your confidence. Follow those 4 C's, and you will be great at whatever you do. Part of it is just taking time and learning and studying. You have to prepare yourself. You have to prepare yourself for the opportunities that life is going to afford you because they're going to keep coming. Like they say, opportunities don't go away. They just go to the next person who's prepared to receive it, who understands when an opportunity is before them. How many times have you looked back over your life because you didn't fully understand or you didn't fully understand what a person was talking about, nor did you fully understood the climate or the situation that you were in to take full advantage of it. But then once you learned about it, you go, man, I actually had that opportunity back in such and such when X, Y, and Z brought it up to me and I passed. See, the acronym for POUR is passing over opportunity repeatedly. And that's what a lot of people are trained to do mentally. Why? Because they want to live for the new music, the new bag, the new car, the big bankrolls, the new drink, the new club. People. And there's nothing wrong with having a good time. I'm not poo-pooing that. I'm not knocking that. But what I am saying to you, you have to have priorities. You have to have goals, and you have to have a vision that you are going to stay committed to. Listen, family, we can go on and we can talk about it over and over and over. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to ask yourself, why not you? Why not you? Why aren't you able to complete things the way you should? Why aren't you able to move to the next level of life the way you should, the way you've watched other people? There's a reason why. And the only way to figure it out is to do a deep dive analysis of self and understand, is it me that's hindering me? So that's my challenge to you, family, to sit down and write out and understand what your goals are. What's the things that you want to get accomplished and put them in order of ranking them priority. Do a SWOT analysis. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. SWOT, S-W-O-T. Do a SWOT analysis of it. If you don't know it, just go ahead and Google SWOT analysis. It will break it down to you and explain it to you. But I tell people that's in business and just in life. Do a SWOT analysis. Write down what's all your strengths, what's some of your weaknesses, what's some of the opportunities that you have to take advantage of things, and what's some of the things that's threatening you from becoming better. Once you start to do that, you'll get a clear picture of where you need to move to and how to navigate through this thing we call life and business. You'll start to get it. And your mind will start to open. Your eyes will start to see. Your ears will start to hear. your brain will start to click on a new level, a new way of thinking. And you'll watch each day as you evolve, as you become better. So that's my challenge to you. Do a SWOT analysis of yourself, of your business, whatever it may be that's holding you back. Because you may be in business, but you're just not growing the way you want to. So we need to figure out why. Why aren't you growing the way you want to? Why aren't you succeeding at the levels that you want to? And then we figure that out. Once we do that, then we move on to the next steps, which is figuring out what steps we're going to take. And remember, the first step is just being committed to taking action. Then as you're taking action, the courage will start to build. Once the courage starts to build, then you start to understand that you are capable of completing it, of doing whatever it is. And by then, the confidence is rolling. So now you're doing it with confidence. With that being said, this has been another great podcast of Inspired to Be Great. I thank you guys for listening. I thank you guys for tuning in each and every day. Be sure to continue to follow the podcast. If you're on Podbean, make sure you click follow. If it's through iTunes, make sure you subscribe. If it's through Blueberry Radio, make sure you subscribe. Same with Stitcher. I'm happy that they all picked us up. Be sure to go to the website, www.ronaldmiles.com. That's RONALDMYLES.com. And just tell us what you think. Leave your ratings, your reviews, and your comments. I love to get back with you and talk to you. Have a good one, family.